You know, I said in my last video that I put out that I would never put out another one. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to, so please bear with me. Since I put that video out 5 days ago, I have now learned that I'm passing quicker than before. They have given me approximately 2 weeks to a month to live. The hospice has already been set up. They're to come next week. My life alert is supposed to come tonight. My hearing aids are here. Next week, when I go have the port put in to keep the fluid drained off my body, when I leave there, I'm to go get my hearing aids. A little late for all of it, but better late than never. Now, when I found out just yesterday, by the 9 o'clock last night, over 14 people had died, and I'm sure it's constantly growing. I just want everyone to know that I do love them. I've loved them from the beginning, and I'll love them to the end. And someday, I want everybody to realize, especially the people that I know, that I will open a door for you in heaven. I will personally ask God to grant me that privilege. Sure, I don't want to go to heaven right now because there's so many things I want to do on this earth. But it is really time for me to go. God has called me now. By the time you hear this, I may be here or I may not. It all depends on what God wants. I know that last week when I put that one out, I went fishing. I caught several big-sized catfish. But the last one I seen was headed south with all 350 yards of my line. Well, I've resprung my reel. I have a better rod. I have a better reel, and I have a better line. I'm going after him Friday because he's mine. I'm going to the same place, except I'm going in the daytime. He's mine. If I don't get him Friday, I'll get him Saturday. Because he's mine and mine alone. I will have him one way or the other. God will let me live that long. And I know that because he knows I want that more than anything on the face of this earth. Now, I know sometimes I may say things and I may repeat myself. But as God is my witness, he has called me home. Sure, I don't want to go. I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried yesterday. Even my sponsor with me was very sad. And like I said, before the sun went down, over 14 people knowed. And I'm sure more know by now. And I just want everybody to know that regardless of the situation, God is always there. When he says it's time to go, it's time to go. Even though you may not want to, just like me, you want to stay here. There's things you want to do, but the ultimate decision is not left up to you. It's only left up to God. So I want everybody to know, whether you know me or not. Like I said in the last video, God is always with you. When he wants to do something, he will do it. You will not stop him, regardless of how you feel, what you want to do. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm to see a couple friends of mine this morning. They already know that I'm passing, and I'm passing very quickly. I was so, I guess you'd call it distraught yesterday that I couldn't think straight. I had many of things for both of them. One is my brother, and when I say brother, I mean brother. The other one is his wife. She doesn't know me as well as he does, but she bends over just as much backwards as he does to make sure that I'm comfortable, that I'm relaxed. Just like here, after a while, I'm going to call him, and he's going to automatically come to me. She's going to want to come, so I'm going to have to ask him to please just let her rest, that I'll be there when she gets up. I don't want to be anywhere else right now. I could go anywhere I wanted to. But I'm the most proud of the one thing I've done. I've taken my brother, and within less than 12 hours, he's went from having nothing to a multi-millionaire with the things that he has. And even though I can't see, the other night, I said, stop, get that chair. He come back, he put the chair in, and he said, oh my God. I said, you don't know the half of it. They were both in the vehicle. I said, that chair alone, fixed up properly the way it's supposed to, is worth over $500,000 right there. He understood what I was saying. She said, there's no possible way. Well, she hasn't been on this earth as long as I have. This chair was made in the 1800s. You take it back to the original varnish, cleaned up, and everything, and that's what it's going to be worth. Just within the last 72 hours, I had made him a multi-millionaire anyway, just from the few things that he picked up that I had mentioned where they were at. And then things started falling in at his lap. He's got a lady who's cleaning out a place that the things that she is giving him, and he's only gotten part of it so far, made him a millionaire right there. And he knows that. He'll live comfortable for the rest of his life and her life. I'm just proud to have known him. And I'm so proud of him and her both. He understands. He listens. Don't get me wrong, she listens too. But I don't think she quite knows exactly what she's worth now. If you added everything together and you were to sell everything, he's a billionaire very easily. He went from nothing, and I mean nothing, within 72 hours to a billionaire. That's God's work. That's not my work. I'm only God's messenger. I gave him the message that God gave me to give to him. He may not understand it. I may not understand it. She may not understand it. But that's God's will. He's always been like that. And he continues to be like that. And he will always be like that. I'm going to meet him personally. Do you think that's something, man? It really and truly is. Sure, I'm sad, but I'm happy. Like I said, there's so many things I want to do to here. I don't know what to do next. Well, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to call him in a little while and ask him to come get me and take me home. To his house, rather. Not home, because there's only one place that's home, and that's heaven and God. And like I said before, I'm going to meet him personally. I've been waiting all my life just to see something like that, and now I'm going? Man, that's beautiful. A lot of people don't understand how I feel. Can't blame them because I get kind of confused myself sometimes. But the people who were standing behind me, like I said before the sun went down, it was at least 14. They believe in God also. They know where I'm going. And they know that with God's permission, I'll open the door for each and every one of them. There's a person I haven't even met. I'll ask God's permission to open the door. As soon as that person sees me, they'll know who I am. But then, and I'll know who they are. They know they've heard the voice before, but they won't know me. Once I recognize that person, I will call that person's name out. And naturally, they're going to be confused. And then I'll tell them my name. That instant, they'll know exactly who I am. I'll already know who they are. That's going to mean a lot. Not just to God, not just to that person, but it means a lot to me. So I'm not going to stay on here long. I want people to realize no matter what you do, how you act, or whatever, God has the final say so. So God bless all of you. And I hate to say this, I'll see you soon. May God always be in your life.